Hello, Craig. Thank you for taking some time to view this video. I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. So the point of this video is twofold. One is to give you some tips and tricks you could use on your website to increase your online traffic, your revenue, your leads, and your business. And two is to compare your website to a local competitor's website in that area and see if those tips and tricks could outrank him, get you on the first page of Google for the eyes of more consumers. So I'll talk about three things: content, backlinks, and citations. Whatever I talk about here, you can definitely use on your own for your website. But if you want to talk about that or anything further, please feel free to reach out. My door is always open. So let's get started. So in content, you need anywhere between 1,500 to 2,000 words, just depending on the competition and number of keywords needed. So a keyword is anything someone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. So in your content on your website, you can place keywords throughout to tell Google exactly what you want your website to be found for. So right now I've got a nicely laid out website. It is eye-popping, very clean. You guys are about accolades right there. But you have some good content on here as well. But you can even get more content in there, just increase your searchability on Google as well. So speaking of that, Google. So if I was living in Tacoma, Washington, looking for HVAC services, I might type this in, and here's what typically comes up. Ads come up here, and these are hit or miss. You can invest in those if you haven't already. Sometimes consumers click them, sometimes they don't, they move on. Next is the map pack here. This is important with citations. I'll talk more about that in a minute though. But we call these organics right here, and we feel this is the most important with searchability on Google. So the goal is to be on the first page of any kind of service you provide and area you provide for. As you scroll down, you could see, here's one of your top competitors, and usually we don't count directories like Angie's List, Yelp, because expertise. If I'm a consumer in the area, I'm going right to a local company website. So Mercurio's is the first one. My Italian's horrible, but I think how you pronounce that right. And that's your top competitor in the area. But as you scroll down, you see you're not on the first page. You might have heard this saying, a great place to hide a dead body. It's on page 2 or 3 of Google. People just don't click here for more services. So you want to be on the first page right in the front of eyes of consumers. So I'll compare your website to this guy's website. And if you could outrank him or even get close to him, you'll be on that first page of Google, leading to more online traffic and leads. So how to compare websites? There's a tool we use called Ahrefs, how we do a deep dive in websites. Here's your URL right here, and here's your numbers. So right now you're actually using some good keywords, a lot of keywords. You're using 766 keywords. You could increase your keywords definitely to dominate your competitors. But think about all the buyer intent keywords, heating, plumbing, air, HVAC services. Think about all the areas you provide in that area as well. So you get very creative in your keywords and increase your keywords. Higher volume, the better. So compare that to your local competitor, and here's this website here. You're actually using more keywords than him. Yeah, so here's his URL right here. So I would take maybe some keywords that maybe have higher volume that's not on your website. That's a good thing about keywords, that can apply to anybody. Maybe there's some that he's using that you're not using, and you could add to your website as well. This might be a good one, heating and air conditioning service. So if you don't have that one, that's high search volume. You can put that in there and get closer to him for outranking him. That's more of a deep dive. This is just a quick informative video. So next is backlinks. So in backlinks is where one website is linking to your website. So think of this as like an endorsement of your website from others, which Google uses that to build trust in your business by seeing others vouch for you. Also think of it as like a popularity contest. A person with the most backlinks wins. But keep this in mind, not all backlinks are created equal. It's very important to have relevant backlinks with other HVAC services, plumbing services, sewer and drain service websites linking back to you. It doesn't do you any good if websites outside your industry linking back to you, like a restaurant or doctor's office. So right now you have good backlinks, or at least a lot of backlinks, 1,000 with 48 reference domains. Compare that to your local competitor. Here he is, but we'll go back on his numbers. Yeah, you're killing him in backlinks too. He has more reference domains, 87, but he only has 386 backlinks. So I would double check your backlinks, make sure they're relevant. And there's no reason why your traffic should be matched to this. So he has more traffic, 757, where you have only 178 traffic. So these numbers here, you should be getting more out of these numbers. So double check your keywords, make sure they're relevant, make sure they're buyer intent, double check your backlinks, make sure they're relevant, make sure they're strong, and that should give you some more traffic to outbeat some of the competitors in the area. Then finally, there's citations. So citations is anywhere where your business name, your number, your address are shown exactly on your Google business profile. Citations help you rank in this map pack here, which is extremely important for local businesses, since this can generate huge amounts of revenue. So you want to be in the top 3. Sometimes there's 4 here, but definitely want to be in the top 3. Much like pages 2 or 3 at Google, people don't click this button for more services. So you want to be right in the front of the face of consumers. And to do that, increase your citations with directories like Yelp, Angie's List, Expertise, many more you probably heard of. Also, social media accounts work great too. So the idea here is that your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet. And the larger your presence is online, the more Google trusts you. So once Google sees you more often than these competitors, the more likely it is you outrank them. So once your content, your backlinks, your citations, once they all come together, you start to outgrow your competitors in all the areas you serve. And here's what you might be looking at and why that's so important to be in the eyes of consumers here and also here. So not sure what your margins are, but I imagine that will generate some pretty decent revenue. Also, there's usually many more keywords you could use to generate more and more traffic and leads. So this is what I do. I create this for you to start generating those leads online for yourself. But if you do find yourself wanting more to continue scaling as far as you want, feel free to reach out. I can help you out with that, give you some more information, or we can talk about goals. I can do the research to find out exactly what could be realistic for your business, what it might take to reach those goals. So if you leave me a few lines of feedback on this video, that will help me making these for local businesses. Again, I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Much luck in your business. Have a great day.